absolutely love Iron Man. Don't have a lot of reasons to play him anymore, but I'm struggling enough, or I'm on a low enough stage of Thanos where I can actually use Iron Man, and I actually think he's really good for the Thanos fight, particularly at the end because of his tier 3 buff and then the uniform buff. The tier 3 buff gives him the shield, and the shield is actually really good because it gives him offense and defense. But then also, you know, at the end of the fight, he gets a bunch of damage because his uniform effect kicks in when he gets under a certain amount of HP. So I actually think, I mean, there are better blast characters for Thanos, sure, but I do think that Iron Man is surprisingly good and also really fun to play. Obviously, you know, Thanos and Iron Man go way back, so I do always enjoy that. But I wanted to kind of juice up this run as much as possible. So I'm doing this now with a Rage, with a Mighty Rage. It's not the best run, it's not the best combos, but, you know. So we got him down to 40 bars at 1 minute and 10 seconds. So it took 70 seconds to get him down to this part here, and we're just going to ult one more time, get a few more bars of damage. So we get down to about 35 bars. We'll call it 34 bars, or the top of 33 in 90 seconds. So now, because Iron Man doesn't have a guaranteed crit rate, I want to see if a mighty competition is going to be better for him. I'm actually testing two different things. I'm testing a mighty competition instead of a mighty rage. And then I also want to test out the end of the fight, because just because his like, even if he is better with a comp, right? Because he has guaranteed dodge there, and he has crit damage, he has crit rate there, and then he has that crazy 200% increase damage with 30% less HP targets, but no guaranteed crit rate. So I want to test two things. Is the comp better for the first part of the fight? Am I going to get to that 33 bar mark in less than 90 seconds? AKA, if you want to play with Iron Man, if you want to build him up, you probably want to angle. If you're not going to go for a proc build, especially if you want to fight the later World Boss Legends, you want to go for a comp build, a competition build. So that's the first thing I want to see here. And then the second thing I want to see is, even if it is faster, so there's actually a caveat here. Even if it is faster, is it slower because of the fact that the competition is worse at the end of the fight? Because we talked about it in the Luna video, but basically the competition, for whatever reason, once King Thanos shows up, the competition kind of struggles. So we'll have to see here. We got the black dwarf one. Okay, we got stun there. Pop off. Right now it seems maybe a little bit better. If I can line up the Fury proc every time, maybe it's a little bit faster. But otherwise, it feels kind of samey. And we're not going to be... So we actually do less damage in the same amount of time to get him to 40 bars, because we were at... what was it? We were at 40 bars exactly. And so now we have another 20 seconds here to get him down to 33. Let's go ahead and see here. Yeah, so I did fast forward through it, but it actually seems worse still. I'm not really getting a better run here. And it's just like categorically worse. Even if I greed here and hit with the tier 3, like, I have to do that just to catch up, and I'm still 5 seconds behind. And this is, again, assuming that then come the comp phase, it's going to be worse. So I'm going to actually play this one out and see. I think I forgot to pass the proc on the 4. I didn't delay it long enough. But we're actually going to see, because Thanos is going to come in here in a second. I'm actually kind of disappointed. Damn, I was hoping the competition was going to open up like a whole new... level of DPS for Iron Man here. I might have to try out a different build instead entirely. But I really don't like having to worry about procs and stuff, so... Rage might just be his limit for me, personally. Obviously, if you want to push your Iron Man to the absolute limit, you may, want to tank the damage or whatever, like the skill, the difficulty involved of doing like a destruction build or something. But this is terrible. Look at this. I'm tickling him now. I'm not doing any damage anymore. And this is because the competition really struggles against King Thanos specifically when he comes in. So at this pace now, it's just so like it was a little bit slower than the Rage. And I was like, okay, maybe I'm playing badly or something. Now I'm seeing that it's even slower. It was already slower, but now it's even slower. So there's just no way. Like the Rage is way faster. I think usually I finish this fight with the Rage with about 1 minute and 30 seconds left. At this point, with this speed, I don't even think I'm going to have 1 minute left. We can play this out a little bit more, but this is very slow. I'm kind of shocked. This is very slow. And remember, this is with a 200% increase as well. Yeah. Jeez Louise. 8 bars. Wow. That's brutal. Yeah, we're starting to get a bit of damage here, but it's really not enough. Like, what I like about this fight from Iron Man's perspective, aside from the being thematic, is that my tier 4 really protects me and makes him so much tankier. Other characters at this stage against King Thanos have to be so careful because they basically just get one-shotted by a lot of his damage. But that's crazy. So that's like a good 30 seconds slower. That's really bad. On a 5-minute fight, being 30 seconds slow, like on a 4-minute fight, 30 seconds is a long time. That's like he's doing like 20% less damage. So it's kind of disappointing. All right, so we're back here with a Rage with about 2.5 minutes left, and I want to see now how he performs with a Rage instead of the competition, because I think the Rage is better. I think the eye test is going to show that it's better. And I think that's just kind of crazy, you know? I think that's just kind of crazy. But let's see here. Up to tier 3. Yeah, you just, even when he moves around, you just get better damage. You just get better damage. Oh, yeah, look at that. 2+ bars. 2.5 bars of juice. Past the proc, rips him. Very nice damage there. Okay, this is a little sketchy. Gotta be able to pop off the tier 3. I think we lost the... Oh, did we still pass the proc? I think we might have still passed the proc. This is a little sketchy. I think I messed that one up. But, yeah. So, even with some mistakes on my end and some kind of sketchy RNG. Okay, it's not quite 1:30, which is, I guess, good for the comp. But we're getting kind of unlucky with the procs here. Okay, so it ends up being 12 seconds faster, not 30 seconds faster. That's good. Okay, but I think I played worse, so I think it could have been genuinely closer to 20 seconds faster. So I think between 30 and 20 seconds, things kind of fell apart there at the end. But Rage is just unequivocally better for Iron Man. That sucks. I don't really have anywhere else to use Iron Man right now that I enjoy using him. I do really enjoy the Thanos fight versus Iron Man because it just feels really fun and thematic. I like this Iron Nil design. I like his 5th skill. I think he still has a really cool kit. The first tier 4, like I think his tier 4 skill is still really strong, giving him the super hit shield, which recharges up to 100% of his max HP, and then also gives him like an additional accumulation, like it gives him a second accumulation, which I think is really cool. So I like it a lot, but it's a bit of a shame that it has to be still, like I was hoping like the competition CTP would unlock a new level for Iron Man and push him further, but it seems like Rage is still the way to go if you don't want to fuss with a proc. If you want to fuss with a proc, you're welcome to try like a destruction or an energy, but I don't think it's going to really work well against these later bosses just because they have so much defense. But you know what? This is a 120 strike, 180 proc CTP, Mighty CTP of Destruction. Let's go ahead and see what the opening salvo looks like. Okay, we get about 1.5 bars worth of damage. Not bad. Okay, let's see the tier 3 proc. Not bad, not bad. Juicing it up again. Okay. Like, he's very, very proc friendly. That's for sure. The damage seems similar to... I died. The damage seems similar to Rage, actually. So it might be okay. It might be an alternative, but I'm just not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of running around, delaying rotations, waiting, and having to line everything up. It's just not, you know, for certain characters, it certainly fits them more than others, for sure. And certain characters, like, it fits them like a glove. It may fit if you really practice with Iron Man, but me personally, I don't really like it. I can't, you know, like in that case, I had to wait so much longer. Like, I could have popped that tier 3 combo, but then I was going to miss the strike proc, and then the strike proc gets you know, then it triggers on the next rotation, and blah, 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 and then, oh, it's not triggering on the tier 3 rotation, you got to delay longer. And I don't like all this fussy stuff, to be honest, bro. I don't. To then just be as good as a Mighty Rage, not necessarily better, and I can just, you know, kind of close my eyes and spam. It's just, personally, it's way better. I know some people will say, oh, it's like it's more skill, whatever. Yeah, it is, definitely. But I just don't want to deal with it. You know, personally, I want to enjoy the game when I play. I just want to chill out, and that's what Rage lets me do. So, yeah. But unfortunately, it seems like for Iron Man, there is no new meta. Yes, the existing meta of Rage, or if you want, I guess, Destruction or Energy, is still the way to go. The only new thing is max out that team up collection if you want to give him the extra 10% pierce, but that obviously requires a ton of investment and a little bit of these, and for most people, that's just a no-go, myself included, if it's not symbiotes. Anyways, boys, top 500. Hey, yo, I almost have exactly 120,000 energy attack. That's so cool. I could actually re-roll this on purpose down to get exactly what would I need? I need -8, so I need 540. So I could go... I pressed the wrong button. I could go change energy attack. Actually, I have a better odds. Never mind. I have better odds doing this one. And I'm going to go for 573, I think it is. 573. Exactly. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I guess... I can't set it to exactly 573. It's just gonna waste so much gold. I don't have gold to waste right now. I can't mess around with this. Never mind. I'm not gonna do that. Anyways, guys, I got distracted. Thanks for watching the video. Smash the like button if you enjoy the content. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.